do that. I don't think I could do that.
This is the morning, and this is me with 2 hours of sleep. And there's Darcy,
full of energy,
and Jeff, and over there is Teddy. And he has generously made coffee this morning, which I so appreciate. But it was a rough night for me. I'm not speaking for anybody else, but our neighbors were a little bit noisy, and I didn't fall asleep till almost 4. So it's something I gotta adjust to if I'm at a campground with other people. Just something I'm not used to either. So there's the lake. We're supposed to go on a hike this morning around the lake. Darcy says it's about 5 miles, so we'll film that later. Okay, it's in the morning, and I got all my stuff back in the car. Kind of just threw everything in there because I just constantly, the word of the day is confused, you know, discombobulated. But we're going on this hike, a lakeshore hike around this lake, and these two are ahead of me. They were already prepared, and I just feel so far behind the 8 ball, but we're gonna do it. Okay, so now Darcy, who's been here a couple times, is ahead of us, and Camping Milkman is behind us, and Five Horizons decided to stay behind. I'm not sure why, but they'll be back when we get back there. And we're entering up here where there's a gate. So far, gravel trail. So the trail is marked by blue blazes, and there's some flags interspersed throughout the trees, and I went to look at it. The orange ones say gas. The blue ones are plot numbers. I'm not sure what the yellow means yet, but I guess they're going to be putting in more plots for people to camp. I'm not real sure. A lot of ferns. Just wearing my little floppy hat today. I like it. I always feel though like it gets in my way sometimes when I turn to the left or right. Kind of 50-50. Should I wear it? Shouldn't I wear it? Okay. So there are other trails on this, actually, not just the Lakeside Trail. We're gonna just do the Lakeside Trail today, but if you want to do some other ones, they're available. That will be one. Probably the Range Trail. So now I'm behind everybody because I had to stop and go pee. And I can still see them up there, but I'm used to hiking by myself. So, you know, just when you're new at something, like I am with the camping thing, I'm behind everything. I don't have all my stuff organized right. I didn't have everything ready to go this morning, and I kind of feel bad, you know, like I don't want to make a bad first impression, but it is what it is, you know. Everybody's got to start somewhere, and if you're starting something new, you're going to be in beginner mode, so just so you know. All right, so we're walking on the Lakeside Trail, or Lakeshore?
Lakeshore
Trail.
Lakeside, Lakeshore, whatever, yeah.
And this is Camping Milkman.
Hi guys,
Teddy.
how you doing?
And tell us a little bit about your channel.
My channel, I just started. I got about 18 to 19 videos right now. I'm kind of like all over the grid board. I do hiking, I do cooking, I also do campsites, cabins, and just general information. I really want to get out there to get people to see that you don't have to be an expert to go out and just enjoy the woods. And just like how we talked before, you got to start somewhere. So if you have a little bit of a common interest in it, just go out there and do it. You don't have to have a lot of money to do it. Just go out there, buy yourself a tent. If you like the tent and you enjoy yourself, then use that as a stepping stone to get further and further and further. So, but yeah, I enjoy meeting the people. I enjoy giving out information about parks, and yeah, to get an opportunity, check out my channel. It's
Awesome.
a Camping Milkman.
Thank you.
Get a video actually.
Okay.
Of these trees, these beautiful
Look
trees.
at these trees, man.
Yeah, I like doing like this.
I am just fascinated by trees, especially the coniferous trees, the conifers. Just awesome. And at times they make the forest like creepy almost, if there's a mist, because they make it dark. So it's kind of cool.
Have you been to a...
So we finally came up to a water feature, and those are my favorite. Nice little creek. Looks like there's a lot of tannins maybe in it. It's very reddish brown. It goes all the way back up and through the woods. It's so beautiful. And then it comes out over here on this side a little bit too. Look at all these ferns. Some of them are like above my waist. So beautiful. So we just passed 3.5 miles. They're waiting for me up here because, you know, 3 cups of coffee, and you do got to make a few stops. But it's a nice, pretty little trail so far. I really like it. There he is. There's the bunny. Now my camera's on, and you'll get to see him running from us. I'm glad he didn't disappear into the brush, but now I did. But that's proof that he was there anyway. Yeah. It's like a little boggy. Okay. Look at this. It's like a little bog. All this moss, and the water goes way out that way. Like right up to the lake. You can see the lake through the trees. And then there's this little bog with beautiful moss. It's nice. This would be a great place to rest, especially if you were like a leprechaun. So this is a view through the trees of the lake, and you can see the lily pads out there. I kind of thought I saw ducks, but I'm not sure now. Maybe that's just debris. But what is this stuff on the ground? Is this that?
It's kind of like a moss, isn't it?
It's like not old man's beard, but like a sphagnum moss.
See if my pictures will pick
There you go, Cliff. Is this sphagnum moss? Because it's all over the ground here, and I haven't seen. I think it's sphagnum.
Is that what it is?
I think. Little path going down to the lake. Look how steep. And you can go 2 ways. Almost looks like prairie dogs were here. They're digging in the dirt. Look at that. A hole, a hole, lots of holes. And you can go down further. Little tricky. I gotta get down there and get a picture. Ooh. Okay, I'm down to the lake. You can see the lily pads, and there's some flowers coming up out of them, but they don't look like the normal lily pads that I've seen, and they're popping up all over the lake on top of these lily pads, so they have to be some kind of lily pad flower, but I've never seen any like that. But check out this view. Awesome. So we just came out of the woods, and it's a nice open area. You can see some birds flying around out there, some butterflies. Over there's the lake. There's a gate up here. I'm not sure where that goes to. I guess we're gonna go past it though. I'm not sure. Darcy's in the lead. There's Teddy going down into the bush. Oh, there's a path. I see. That's a pretty picture there. Okay, another place that you come out of when you come out of the woods, this lake, there's a rescue station down there. It says emergency use only, yet there's people fishing down there. I don't know what the emergency is. It says Keep Off Dam up here. So they have a gate across that particular bridge. but we can go across this one down here. A little boggy, but my hat's blowing away. Check this out. This is going to be very pretty. You can just tell. Look at this. Wow. You see that water is going under 3 different like bridges from the top down. Very pretty.
Last time I was able to walk across that.
Nice. I can see though. Big. Then up here, you can see it going over the little falls. Look at this. Look at this wall. You can see the wear on the wall, on the concrete there, and the water going over. I think that's pretty neat. But yeah, the water is a little brown all the way around this whole lake, and I'm not sure if it's tannins in the water, if it's iron, or why the color is that way, but I would imagine with all the forest around it, it would be tannins. I don't know. Somebody out there knows, they can let me know in the comments. Now we're down underneath. Okay, to the bridge, the bottom bridge. Fish. Did you see that fish? Yeah, I might have got him on film. He jumped up that way into trying to get up into that water. Almost like a salmon, but it was black from here. He might have been on my film. Yeah, these are the different kind of flowers. Look at this. They're almost like they're a different kind of daisy or something. Or a different kind of dandelion, but they're orange. And now a full view. No trees in the way. You get to see the entire lake. So there's somebody fishing in one of the little spots. A lot of fishermen around here, and fisherwomen. It's apparently a good spot. I did catch that fish on film. So they're in there. And we're coming out of another woods area into an open area where all the canoes and kayaks and boats are. And there's a little dock out there. I keep taking pictures of flowers and stuff and stopping, so they're always ahead of me. Look at this. I'd love to be out on a boat.
I can drive you back if you want.
Look who we ran into on the way back home. Mr. Zolna. So I gotta leave early because the park ranger is coming around, and my parking pass apparently expired today, and I don't want Darcy to have to pay for another one. So I'm just gonna go, unfortunately. But I had a great time while I was here, and now I know what the campsite looks like and the campgrounds, and you know, they have 2 more bears, I guess, that were sighted, so and that's another reason she was coming around to tell everybody. All right, so she took a group picture. I don't know if I can do it, but we want to make sure I get something because, well, it just got here and I gotta leave.
Just,
so
send me that picture.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm confused.
I can send you the picture too. I can send everyone
Okay, yeah, just send me the picture. But anyway, this is me saying goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good time. Okay, so it's been a couple days since I've been back home from the trip, the camp retreat for the creators, and I wanted to make a closeout video for part 2. And also, you know, I wanted to thank everybody that was there at the camp. We had, you know, Darcy, who is wonderful, awesome. I had a great time with you. You made me laugh a lot. Thank you so much for hosting. Camping Milkman, who cooked us an absolutely marvelous couple of meals. He also gave us these shirts from where he works at, you know, at the dairy, and they were awesome, different colors. I love the brightness of this one. We also had Five Horizons, Jeff, who played some awesome ukulele music around the campfire. I really enjoyed that, and how laid back and easy to talk to and chat with you were about different trails and different experiences you had. And Walter, Zona, I'm sorry I didn't get to spend much time with you. I'm glad you were able to get there the next day, and I had to leave. But, you know, at some point, you know, hopefully we'll do a collab or something too. But overall, the trip was, you know, a little bit of a struggle for me because my pack was pretty much prepared for, I don't know, hiking, like through hiking. Plus I was testing out my Durston tent ground sheet, and you know, the stakes were hard to get into that particular ground, and I had new stakes, you know, so there was a lot of firsts for me on this trip. Plus I had never ever stayed at an actual campground, because when I was growing up we camped maybe just places that my parents knew to camp, you know, it's just you know, not official campsites. And then for years I went on a canoe trip, like a 5-day canoe trip with my brother and his friends every year, and that was different too, because, you know, mostly you're floating for 10 to 12 hours a day on the river, and then you're pulling up to a random place along the side of the river and just creating, you know, clearing out a space for all the campers. So, you know, knowing what I have learned, and I learned a lot from this trip, and you know, I will be able to grow and you know, refine my skills. And I just wanted to you know, say that it was a very wonderful experience. Everybody was so supportive and nice, and I had a really good time. So I hope you enjoyed watching my misadventures, and I will see you next time on the trail. Namaste.